Hey everybody, this is Jason. How you doing today? I wanted to go ahead and do a little video on the fiber laser and the RotoBoss rotary attachments. I've been working on trying to get this to function properly, and I think I pretty much got it ironed out. Now this is the way it's gonna to work on your machine or your fiber laser obviously depends on if you have a driver already for rotary. If you do, you just have to make some adjustments to the dip switch position to match the motor that you have, or the motor you're using for the proper amperage and your steps. This one here is set up as a 2.7 to 3.9 amp draw, which is a 4 amp motor, and the step rotation on the stepper driver is at 4,000. That was just a baseline that I went with, and I actually found out that it works really well. And I've got some numbers and to kind of show you what you're looking at as far as your diameters and stuff. Like, so what I have, so on a CO2 you don't have the option to do circle pulse and diameter and all that stuff the way you do with a CO2 because different software and firmware. But you can manipulate the diameter of the object to get the size that you need. And for my 30 ounce, I got the diameter to 130 millimeters. Okay, obviously that's not how big a 30 ounce cup is, but numbers that I came up with to get, I did a 3-inch band with my logo on it, and I kept working the numbers until I got it down to where it was exactly 3 inches across, and that's the number I came up with for 30 ounce. Now on a 20 ounce, I got it to 135 millimeters. And again, obviously that's not the size of a 20 ounce cup. A 20 ounce cup is only 88 millimeters. Obviously it's not standard to what we're used to with CO2 if you have one or if you don't. But so as I'm describing this a little bit, I got it kind of set up. I got it set up here with the RotoBoss Junior, and it's got the clamp. I got everything set up. I've already ID'd where I want it to go through EasyCAD, and I got everything set up so we can go ahead and jump right into it. But now this is my standard RotoBoss Junior with a two-phase. Okay, so if you have already in your possession a RotoBoss with a two-phase motor in it for like a Boss or a smaller Chinese machine, you can use that same rotary the way I have it, and I don't think you can really see it, but if you look off here to the right, the foot is hanging off the edge and squaring the rotary up with the bed, and then the adjustment arm here is just raised up to level everything out across the top of the cup. So when you're looking down on the cup, we tweak it a little bit. Oops, I want you to be able to see it. You can tweak it just ever so slightly to get it level. That way it's level, you're good to go. Alright, so that is pretty simple. I will probably come up with a rotary setup just for these machines for fiber lasers, and the only reason I would do that is because it's hard if you don't already have the same motor in here, or if you have a different setup. It's hard to switch them back and forth because the wiring is completely different. And you can fix that, and I can fix that on my machine. But the way they have it wired in the machine, which is the Boss FM 20. The way they have it wired in there is completely foobar. From what I've seen, the A plus and B minus and B minus or B plus and A minus, all those wires are jumbled around. Unlike standard is for a CO2, which is A plus, A minus, B plus, B minus. Well, this one just jumps around from whatever. So the colors are all mixed up. So you might have to find that on your rotary. I'll probably offer the kit as a ready to go, and you'll have splice ends. Once you figure out your wire combination, you'll take the solder caps that I send and put them on there, heat shrink, or use a lighter or a hair dryer or something to shrink it up. And then once you shrink it up, then you put um, shrink wrap over that. But that'd probably be the easiest way to do it. Every machine is going to be different. Granted, you can just switch the wires down at the bottom if you find out which wires are which. But in this case, yeah, I had to switch the wires back and forth to get them to work so it'd spin the right way, and it would actually do the imprint on it, and not do it in reverse or mirrored or whatever. So now it's on there right. But using a rotary on a fiber is not a common method. It uses a chuck. But now soon we'll have an option for fiber as well. And I've been working on this for a while, and I sat down for about an hour and figured everything out, and here we are. So, anyways, but I'm gonna go ahead and switch you over to the camera view, and we're gonna go ahead and engrave this cup with just the RotoBoss Junior logo. The way you do that is you go into your EasyCAD, you'll pick your rotary mark. First off, let me take you to the desktop view here so I can show you. All right, so now we're looking at the EasyCAD desktop. All right, first off, and this is something that I found as well, and this is just for letters and stuff like that. I'm going to figure out if pictures can do it as well too. We'll have to wait and see, but give me 1 second. Sorry about that. Someone calling and I hung up. But anyways, so we have this here. I'm just trying to make sure I'm showing you the right thing here. You got the logo on the hatch. A key you have to do on this, and that's with any rotary, whether it's chuck or what otherwise, is you want to make sure once you rotate your object, you have a 0 angle when you hit apply. Also, I found the best hatch pattern to do for this is this right here, which is the solid blue with the red uh, transition lines. Just enable no all calc or anything like that. 0 angle, 0.02 millimeters, and then hit OK. All right. Another thing you can do to check on that is you zoom into it, and your line should be running left to right. All your lines right here should run left to right. That way you know you have the hatch right. Otherwise, it won't work properly. So once you got that, you go up to laser, pick your rotor mark. Okay, you want a mark selected, and you want to force all split. All right. Now your settings might be a little bit different for invert or not. I don't know. It's something you can play with if need be. But whatever it comes up standard, try it that way on a test cup and see. Now I'm doing force by split. Each split's 5 millimeters, so it'll do a 5 millimeter section at a time. And the split size you want to match your hatch size, which is 0.02. Now with all that done, we can go back to the fiber laser, and we can do a quick red line, which is just going to spin the cup. That's all it's going to go half the distance to show you where it's going, and then After that, you'll be ready to go. As long as, I mean, yeah. So anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and mark. We'll see what this does. I don't know if I have my powers high enough for this glass or not. Actually, yeah, it looks, well, not quite. You can see a little bit of haze on there. I just don't think I have high enough, and it's kind of blurry. So what I'm going to do is after this is done, I'm going to go over it one more time, but I'm going to adjust my power a little bit. Like I said, I didn't change it. I was just doing stainless steel prior to this. So I just want to make sure that I get a good penetration on that. I'm running right now at 2,000, 100% power, and 20 kilohertz. I'll probably knock it down to about 15 on the next pass and see what it does. We'll knock it down. Go ahead and quit there. And we'll run it again. I didn't change my number on here, so it might be a little bit off. A lot better. Oh, change it on me. Now doing the second pass, cleaning it up. That's another good thing about this rotary is you can do several passes on the same um, object because the clamp holds it down nice and tight. Don't have to worry too much about it slipping. At least not in my experience with it. Here we'll take a look at it. I'll clean it up and let you see what it looks like all cleaned up. And I will be doing another video on the on doing JPEG or bitmaps. I don't know if this will actually do bitmaps on a rotary because it's not supposed to. At least it wouldn't with the chuck. So I'm going to find out here if it will. Probably won't, but nonetheless, doing like a DXF file or something. You know, done on the rotary. And what I'm going to probably do here, I'm going to set this up real quick to do. I'll be right back. I'm going to set this up to do a DXF real quick. Alright, so I'm back. Trying to make this video as short as possible, so I went ahead and got out and did a design to see how it does vector work on cups. I've already got everything set, and we're going to check it out and see what happens. Alright, so what I just a minute. Alright, so what I forgot to do, I'll show you real quick, is I forgot to, when I switched to the graphic, you need to come over here, because this was already a preset graphic, so it had its own parameters over here. I didn't change them, and that's why things were coming out wrong. But now that I got that all straightened out, we'll go ahead and set everything back up. Rotary mark, everything set up there. And we'll get you back over to the fiber. I wish I would not do that. But yeah, we got a little line in there, but that's alright. Now we're going to watch it do its engraving. Yeah, it's gonna look a little weird because I messed up on that the settings there and caused it to on the metal, but that's alright. Looks like I'll have to do another pass on this. This is just first time doing this. I was messing with um, the stainless steel, so I wasn't worried about power. I just jumped right into this. So let me run that again real quick. I want to change something on it though. Here we go again. Hope everybody can hear me alright. One minute. Alright. And yeah, it looks kind of crappy on there because of the mess up I had. But once it gets cleaned up, I gotta work out some settings on it. But not bad. Like on the hatching, I had to work on the hatching because the hatching obviously didn't work the same for this as it did for the graphic. And I know along here it looks real fuzzy and jagged, but it's really not. I mean, it is a little bit, but not as much as it looks like on here. But anyways, so I just want to show you guys that. I want to continue to work on this and try to fine tune the settings. Obviously, it's going to be different for every fiber laser because the companies use different materials and parts and pieces, everything. But just to let you guys know, it's coming, and you may be able to use the one you have. You just need to do some wiring changes to the plug and take it from there. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out and comment, and I'll answer any questions I can. And want to forgot to do this. Got a little something something right there. There we go. Now it's official. All right. Anyways, all right, guys. If anybody has any questions, like I said, let me know. We'll get back to you as soon as I can. And otherwise, have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll talk to you next time.